Okay, hello everyone. I'm Alex,
Hi everyone, I'm Mariela.
and today we're wanting to talk about a tool that we use on a very regular basis, and something you guys all might be familiar about as well, and that is cards.
Yeah, we already recorded a video.
Yes, we already recorded a video, which it was not recording a video. So forgive us as we go over this all again. So yeah, show them how many cards we have.
Oh yeah, we have many cards.
So at work.
Oh, these are funny ones.
Oh yeah. I'm not.
Angel cards. These are this is almost my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Angel therapy,
I like those ones.
archangel power,
No, but they're pretty good.
and wisdom of the hidden
Oh,
realms.
that's a good one when you pull three.
Yeah, Alex likes that.
Yeah.
I don't like.
And then I got
so
my
much.
Osho cards, which are some of my favorite.
Yeah.
But these are just the decks we have at our office, and our whole team will utilize them. We used to more before than we do now, but yeah, it's something that we do if we're just wanting some guidance or support, or have a question, or just to kind of give
Or
guidance.
if you're in a playful mode, you want to know
Yeah.
what it's going to be.
Mhm.
Card you
Yeah.
take.
Yeah. So, Mariela.
Let's do it again.
So she was sharing that she started with cards when she was in what grade?
Oh, maybe 4.
4. What the hell?
Grade 4.
What are they doing in Ecuador over there, right?
Not
So-
everybody.
So you and your classmates would use just a regular deck of
Yeah.
cards, and in the tarot you can use a regular deck of cards as a way to read.
Yes.
Because a regular deck is considered
Yes.
tarot, whereas we
When-
use a lot of oracle cards.
Yeah, there's the major arcana, which is separate, and the minor arcana looks like a plain deck.
Mm-hmm.
A regular. Yeah, so my best friend in grade 4 was really good at it. And then I was just playing with them all along. I think we, because they mix you when we change grades. So passing from 4 to grade 5, then we were still together, I think. And then when we moved to grade 6, then we were separated. So at the end, we got separated. But yeah, I have good memories of her and her readings. And then I found another friend after. She's really good at it too, in high school.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Mariella is the first person to really get me into reading cards. She had the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue at the office, and
The Ascended Masters.
the Ascended Masters. Those were my 2 first sets of cards, and those were my favorite as well, and I still use them today as my core cards.
Yeah.
But we don't have them at the office because I took mine home.
Yeah, and I have the same cards, and I don't have them here either.
So I guess
So yeah.
so tell me how you use your cards.
So I like a spread, so positioning the cards in 3s. So 3 on the top, 3 in the middle, and 3 in the bottom. You can set an intention for each position of the cards. You can use squares, circles, triangles, whatever you want, and set an intention. And so for me, the first 3 cards are usually what's passing, and the 3 cards in the middle is what is happening right now, and the 3 last ones is how it's evolving. That's my favorite spread. There's lots of them.
Yeah, and there's lots of spreads. Like whenever you get a deck of cards, it'll probably give you a few options on spreads, or how the creator kind of had visioned these cards. But you can create it with your own intention, however you want it to be. And I know myself, I usually I'll usually do 3 is usually what I do: past, present, future. And when I say past, it's like more like just having happened. And
But it could be also the root of a problem, like
okay,
long time ago.
but the
Your
intention that
intention.
I'm setting
Yeah,
is
the one just passing.
exactly. But exactly, there's all kinds of ideas, and the more advanced you are, the more I think ways you can think about laying the cards out, but also your ability to interpret it on a bit of a different level. So whether, when I say advanced, it might be just a deeper understanding of the cards, or being intuitive to understand either if you're reading for someone else or pulling a deck for someone else or for yourself. But naturally, we all have the ability to interpret whatever card we pull. If we pull one card, however we interpret that, whether you consider it like the divine spirit, your highest self, the universe, energy, whatever is kind of, this has been presented to you, and as you interpret it, that will be exactly what it needs to be for you. And sometimes it can be confusing and we're not quite sure, and that's what's great, because all the decks have little descriptions, so you can be like, okay.
Yeah, the meanings in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like this one. This is funny.
No.
Nobody here.
I like
likes,
serious ones, like ones that are real. This one is just like a joke. And it's the one by
not a
Pam
joke.
Grout and Colette
Okay.
Baron Reed.
So, for example, this one, number 20, says the dude abides.
The
Do you know what
dude
it means?
abides.
Do you know what it means, the dude?
The dude, a person? I don't know. A person abides. So read it to
No,
us.
dude is God.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So it's, and then the other one, number 21, is abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. So 20 is, it's your lucky day in your lucky life. The dude is patiently waiting for you to come on home. Let him do the heavy lifting for a change, no matter what crazy mess you've gotten yourself into. The dude is here with everything you could ever need. The dude got your back, rock star.
So, okay, it's not that they're bad cards, but I like to have clear, descriptive language instead of me having to kind of interpret it. I'm a little more simple that way, I think.
Yeah. And this one is the F word. Do you know what's the F word?
Forgive? I don't
Yes!
know. Okay.
Good job. Yeah, nobody likes the F word, but the dude sees forgiveness through a different pair of glasses. He knows that everything's going to turn out fine at the end, and that holding on to negativity and old ones is just postponing the inevitable. Your success is a done deal. You see, it's really nice.
Okay. So it's great because you can use the book to kind of get a better description if you're like, well, what does that mean? Or it doesn't quite fit for me. And sometimes it doesn't fit for us. And when something doesn't fit for you, how do you take that?
I don't like it if it doesn't fit for me. But usually, if something comes up and I don't think it fits for me, something will happen soon that it will fit. So it's usually accurate too.
Mm-hmm. I know sometimes we might not like what it has to say,
Yeah.
or maybe we're not ready to hear it, or we're just not quite there. And so it's always good to know. But I mean, ultimately, if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you, but just be open to what it has to say. But a lot of times it can be quite spot on.
Yeah.
Now, I find some people though, they'll start pulling a whole bunch of cards. I do that sometimes.
Until
I just pull, like I'll pull from one deck and I'll pull from another because I'm like, I wonder what kind of message I'm gonna get, and things like that. But then it ends up just being this confusing mess. So it feels like it's
Yeah.
meant to be a bit more intentional. Like the whole point is for it to be slightly intentional, unless you are planning on just kind of playing around and, you know, looking at the possibilities in the future or things like that. But I think it's usually an intentional practice. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'm just remembering, you know, I've seen some people that have been single and they want to know when they will find their love,
Mm-hmm.
the other half, the other person, and so they will put all the cards
Mm.
until they get the love card.
Mm-hmm. And we did that before. Do you
Yeah.
remember? And I don't remember how far. It was a
was-
far away.
I think it was 1 year away. And
Well, I'm not sure,
I
but
don't know. Yeah.
because I don't
But it
remember when
was
we
far
did
away.
it.
How long have you been with us? 3 years?
4.5.
Oh,
4.5 years I've been here. She's missing a
Without
year.
the
4
traveling.
years with my 6 months away.
Okay, so 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember when you got that.
Yeah, because I was dating one person on and off when I came here, and then I started dating someone else. And then when I came back from traveling, I had like 2 years off of dating-ish.
Yeah, and you wanted to know when you would meet somebody special again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice to have an idea or some hope for the future.
Yeah.
But I tend to pull that card a lot now, New Love, in the Angel deck.
Yeah.
I tend to pull it a lot. And when my boyfriend sees it, he's like, God, is she going to meet someone? But new love could be like you could find love in another person.
No, and
But
you're
that
just
doesn't-
starting actually. Like
Mhm.
you're still in the first phase of our relationship.
Yeah, but you can have a new
It's pretty
relationship
new.
and have it be loving and not have it to be an intimate partnership.
Yeah.
And you can have like a new love, like a new exciting adventure begin, or a new passion start, or things like that.
Yeah, within the same relationship.
Even with, yeah, I'm taking it outside the relationship, girl. I'm talking about just love. See, because maybe I love her. Maybe sometimes I love her more. I don't mean inappropriately. I mean, like, there can be times when something is,
Yeah,
a
with
relationship
really good
is
friend,
sparked.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know, with my best friends, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I feel like she was kind of making fun, like as if I was being inappropriate or something. So then I
No,
thought it'd be funny if I
that
tried to
was-
be inappropriate. Then
That was
it
your
didn't go.
consciousness.
Maybe. So, so you like to use specific spreads or have intentional spreads,
Yeah.
and I like to pull. Once a week, I will pull a card, and I put it on my altar. Like I have just a little altar with some crystals and some things that are important to me and what have you, and I have it in my room. So I'll pull one card a week. On Sunday, it'll kind of start my week, and then because it's always in my sight, I can always kind of reflect on it and reconnect to that. And it's really actually amazing naturally with your mind, what you focus on, you're bringing attention to, and you're bringing energy to. So, like when you continuously remind yourself that this is what you're looking for, you're looking to see this, you're looking to see this, it's like, oh, or you can reflect on the week. How did that come up in my week?
Mm-hmm.
And it really
What
is
you
like,
learned. Yeah.
it's really surprising what
Okay.
can come up.
Yeah, and we learned on the way
Mhm.
that future is not one future, right? That there's like millions of possibilities of a future.
Mhm.
And so when I use the cards, I don't take the future so seriously, because I know that every decision, every step in the way, then it will make the future.
Mm.
So it's
Mhm.
just like, if I'm seeing the future, it's like one probability of a future.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like it's maybe a more likely one, but and it depends on. I like to do when my 3 cards are not really far future based. I usually
Mhm.
don't like to do far future.
Yeah.
I like to be like, the past is like really just having just happened. The present card is like really what's in this moment about to unfold. And then the future is like what's gonna come right after, if it all like happens. Like if I embrace this center card, and then the next one will kind of unfold. And that you kind of already have an idea on how something might unfold, but it just kind of gives you another view of it, I find.
Yeah. And so for me, the most important part is the present, if I'm looking at past,
Mhm.
present, future. because it gives me an idea of what I'm looking at right now in my life, and gives me the opportunity to use any technique to clear that,
Mm-hmm.
and so that I can continue with my life in a better way.
Mhm.
And so I use the forgiveness and just clear it, and or try to learn from what is coming,
Mm-hmm.
and check the guidance. We use this deck sometimes, and it's
Mhm.
really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a lot of good explanations of
Mhm.
things and the ego. Maybe we can get a card.
Let's pull a card. So
Yeah.
I came across this deck myself when I was in India at my
Mhm.
yoga teacher training, and it was actually brilliant. Our teachers brought out the cards, and everybody chose one, and no word of a lie, everybody was like, "What? Oh my God!" And the card I pulled was comparison, and I had been dealing with some emotions. Yeah. I was comparing myself to everyone else the whole time. And so I was like, whoa, that's a wicked card. And then I had like a one-on-one session with one of the teachers, and he got me to pull a card. And I can see the picture in my head. I forget what it is. But it was about coming together with others, and that's kind of my path forward. And I was like,
Interesting.
what?
Do you know what's the name of our channel?
Unity for all.
Maybe it was Unity.
I don't think so. I think it was
No?
about groups or something. But it was, I was just like, what? So while I was in India, I picked up this deck. And this deck has supported me through my journeys. I bring it when I travel. And I always use it as like a closing when I'm leaving somewhere and kind of going somewhere new. So it's kind of a transition card. And they always seem to be spot on. Sometimes when I pull it, it doesn't always connect, but actually what goes on within the deck and the explanation, regardless of what card you pull, is quite amazing. So we pulled laziness.
What does it mean? So first we think, right?
Yes.
We come up with our own meanings. And so that guy, do you see? He's just having a good time.
Well, he's
Not
lazing
doing
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
Nothing.
chill. So it's always good to like look at the card and kind of what jumps out to you, what feeling does it give you, that kind of thing. Because it's your interpretation, right? It's your higher self trying to do some work.
Yeah.
And yeah, whatever the words are, then you can kind of try and relate that to yourself right now as well. What does that look like? And I'm not gonna lie, this card kind of, I don't want it to be me.
Yeah, but laziness, you have to see, I always think, what is the positive of the card and what would be the negative of the card? Like, and see what stands out for me. So if I get that feeling, that's for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to hear this. So let's go into,
Alright,
it's blue, so it's water.
water, so it's 82.
So these cards are the Osho Tarot cards, Osho Zen Tarot cards. And there's two commentaries that go with it. One is really nicely descriptive and one is supposed to give a bit more information. So laziness. So this gentleman clearly thinks he's got it made. He sits in a big overstuffed chair, wearing his sunglasses, shaded by his umbrella, with pink slippers and a pina colada in his hand. He doesn't have the energy to get up and do anything because he thinks he's done it already. But he hasn't. Oh wait. He hasn't yet turned to see the mirror cracking around him. So I was right, but he hasn't. He has not turned to see the mirror cracking around him on his right. A sure sign that the place he thinks he's finally arrived at is about to shatter and dissolve before his very eyes. The message this card brings is that this poolside resort is not your final destination. The journey isn't over yet. as that white bird flying into the vastness of the sky is trying to show. Your complacency might have arisen from a real sense of achievement, but now it's time to move on. No matter how fuzzy the slippers, how tasty the pina colada, there are skies upon skies still waiting to be explored. So that's the first commentary, and the next one, I always like that one the best, but this is the next one. So, when you're lazy, it's a negative taste. You simply feel that you have no energy, you simply feel dull, you simply feel sleepy, you simply feel dead. When you are in a state of non-doing, you are full of energy. It is a very positive, it says taste, but I feel like it should be state. It's also been translated into English.
Alex.
Okay, taste. You have full energy, overflowing. You're radiant, bubbling, vibrating. You are not sleepy, you are perfectly aware. You are not dead, you are tremendously alive. There is a possibility the mind can deceive you. It can rationalize laziness as non-doing. It can say, I have become a Zen master, or I believe in Tao. But you are not deceiving anybody else. You are deceiving only yourself, so be alert. So the idea of when we have achieved something and we're like,
Done.
yeah, done. We're never done. You're never done.
No, until something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even death is not the end.
Yeah, and truly, like, life is a journey, right? It's continuously unfolding, and I know in many ways I feel like this card does connect to me because like when I think of like the relationship I'm in, I'm super happy, but I can be complacent in reaching for things. Also, when I'm feeling kind of like tired, I tend to be a bit more complacent in terms of reaching out for my goals. So right now I've been like feeling things are good, but now I'm slowing down and I'm not doing as many things that really like fire me up and move me forward. I've been a little more chill.
Yeah, what comes up for me is I'm just like, this symbol is showing just sitting, right? But it's just giving me that feeling that I need to stand up and go, because there's something exciting that if I move, then I will find it.
Yeah, taking action. Because we can always enjoy where we're at, right? We can enjoy and really appreciate where we're at, but it's like a moment, right? And it's going to be gone.
Yeah. And also, life gives you surprises, right? So what are you waiting for? Go out and check them out. We're going to Stampede Grounds tomorrow, so that will be fun.
Yeah, the Calgary Stampede is going on.
Yeah.
10 days of country music. Yeah. And so we volunteer selling lotto tickets for one of our funders, the Kinsmen. So we will be doing that and enjoying the energy that happens at the Stampede. It goes on there, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So cards. First of all, does that card bring up anything for you who's watching right now?
Yeah.
How do you feel like you can relate to that? Do you use cards? Are you already using cards? Is there a deck that you love that you feel is like really supportive to you? Or is there a way that you use them that is also just, guiding and supportive in any way? I'd love to hear. You can say in the comments.
Yeah, it's very interesting when a group of people are listening to a message. Usually that message is for everybody that hears it. So it's the collective consciousness, right? And so there's no coincidences. So think about this card and feel, what is it saying? What is it telling you? And you can feel the meaning for you, right? You can close your eyes, get images, you can feel your body, get sensations. What is it telling you?
Yeah. And so
Don't sit on your couch and go.
turn off this video and go.
Turn off
Just
the
do it.
TV.
TV. Just the TV. Don't keep scrolling. Get up
Yeah.
and move. Do
Move.
something that's gonna
Move.
fill you up.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for listening. We'll definitely be talking cards again in the future because that's something that's really big for us. But until next time.
See you. Have a good week?
Yeah. Have a great
Until next
evening.
time.
Have a great day. Have a great
Bye.